Hello and welcome back to another episode of Unleashing Your Potential. I hope you're having a blessed and a fantastic day wherever you're at in the world, and if you're not, well, you probably could. Uh, a lot of times we believe that in life, in order to achieve something, we must be disciplined. We must do the things repetitively until we master something, until we get something, but we must be consistent with this action should we want to achieve our goal. This is a very common thought structure for achieving goals and wanting to make things happen in your life. However, I think sometimes we definitely cut ourselves short when we look at this and we place things that we think we should be doing with versus things that we're actually doing. So let's just say you're trying to lose weight. And so you think you should be eating X, Y, and Z types of food. So you land out eating salad. You land out feeling hungry and you binge eat. You don't lose any weight. You're struggling. You don't see results in the gym. And you're throwing your hands up in the air thinking, what's going on? I just don't have the discipline to do this. My cravings are too strong. I just can't make it happen. I'm not disciplined. So they can revert backwards and then the journey starts all over again, and maybe they stop completely and their health goes to shit and they get a disease and die later a horrible death. That would be one scenario, and that would be a very horrible one. But it's kind of like when you quit working on yourself, you might as well just do that thing, because if you're not working on you, then who is? I'm not just talking physically, mentally, spiritually. If you're not working on yourself, somebody else is, guaranteed. So if you want to work on yourself, you have to notice that you already have discipline. You might say, but what do you mean? I just failed horribly. I tried to lose weight. I ate salads. I binged ate. I gained weight. I didn't get nothing at the gym. I'm a horrible failure. And from a point of view, I guess in someone's world that could be correct. But in my world, that would never be correct. And the reason that would never be correct is because we have to look at a few things. First of all, we have to look at your ability to make a commitment. Now, where you're placing your commitment is a very powerful place because you really want to make something happen. So you're willing to dedicate and sacrifice and take steps towards what you want. Okay, this is what you should see first. Not that you didn't get it or that you failed, but that what you had to kind of change about yourself to be able to do this, even if you fail. And then you were able to feel the pressure and ultimately stop because the pressure became too much and you didn't feel like you were progressing. But if you get back in and you get back into the pressure, you become a diamond. You know, just speaking metaphorically. Putting yourself in the pressure is refining your character. But you might say, but I still don't have discipline. I still failed. I can't do it again. I lack the discipline. Well, do you brush your teeth every day? Well, yeah. All right. Well, do you take a shower every day? Well, yeah, most days. Do you wipe your butt when you go to the restroom? Well, of course, all the time. So that habit is solidified, right? That discipline is there because discipline is a habit that is repeated over and over. You can't say you're not disciplined. Do you sleep? Do you eat? Do you drink water? Oh, not enough. But you drink water. Well, yeah, but I'm drinking this. But you're drinking something. Well, yeah, I drink. So drinking is a discipline. So now it's just about picking your discipline. It's like picking your lane in a grocery store. Which lane do you want to shop in? The sugar lane? The water lane? The water and the sugar lane? Speaking of metaphors, for the choices that we make within the disciplines that we already have. Disciplining yourself to brush your teeth every morning may be a no-brainer because you want to have good hygiene. So there has to be a reward from your discipline. You can't just say, I want to do this and then not have a reward. Then it's just not worth you doing it. You know, when I make this podcast, I see my numbers go up in listeners. I see them go down. I see them sway, and I don't want to base how I do this on that. Because then it's not going to be genuinely me speaking. I'm trying to sway this way or sway that way. My discipline is in what I choose. And choosing is a choice that you have when you're looking at things that you want to do. I choose to do this because I enjoy what I'm doing. I don't matter so much if I impact the world, if I impact you, and you impact somebody, then the world's getting impacted, isn't it? So to think that we have to make this huge jump into our disciplines and be able to change everything, we don't necessarily have to do that. We just have to see where our disciplines are at and then adjust where we want them to be. It works best when you do it when there's already a habit in place. Every morning I have 1 banana, 3 small oranges, a protein shake, and sometimes a yogurt. That's just my beginning. It's about 535 calories. It's a good macronutrient split, and it's the beginning of my morning cycle, and I track that in my phone for my calorie intake. Now this has set the stage for everything else that I do, because I know if I do that, I need to bring my water up. I see the number down there. It's got to come. I got to get some water. So I start thinking about how I'm going to attack my goal for the day, and I just start attacking it through little disciplines that I'm already doing. If you get up in the morning and you drink a coffee and then you eat a donut, fine. Drink your coffee, eat your donut. Be accountable for the calories that you just took in. To make sure that if you're an adult and you need 2,000 calories, that you're not eating 5,000. Losing weight is a matter of numbers. Getting into shape is a matter of numbers versus a little bit of effort in the gym or wherever it is that you choose to train. Physical activity, sleep, and nutrition are the 3 pillars of a good life. A good disciplined life can be had by these 3 activities. Sleep and rest, which we can all adhere to. Nutrition, which is possible when we become conscious of a number. A number, calorie intake. Our ancestors used to fight for calories. So our brain has evolved to see threats and opportunities. You have to see opportunities in your food. You have to enjoy what you eat. So as you enjoy, you become making conscious choices. You can eat the foods you enjoy. You can eat the foods that they say are bad for you. And you can stay within your calorie limit and make progress towards your goal through things you're already doing. But you just have to add things, tweak it. Become accountable. Put the discipline in. Because if you want to achieve a certain goal, you have to discipline into that lane of doing. If that makes sense. It should. And the ability for you to be disciplined should be even easier to understand after listening to this podcast. Simply because you already have a discipline. Or many disciplines. Take some time to recognize the amount of disciplines that you currently do. What do you do repetitively every day? These are your disciplines. Do you eat whatever? Do you think about what you're eating? What about during the day? Do you sleep often? Do you need more rest? See, there's nutrition. There's the sleep. What about physical activity? Do you get enough of it or do you get too much of it? Are you burned out or are you not enough? Line these things up. It's not that hard. I can't do physical activity. It is that. Can you get up and walk to the restroom? No. Okay, I'm in a wheelchair. Can you roll to the restroom? Oh, well, yeah. Can you do something? See, this is the thing. Can you do something? Because to say you can't do nothing is to say bringing nothing into existence by making it something. I can't do nothing. Now you're saying you can do something because something and nothing is implying that there is a will to do. But the mindset has to see the ability is matched to the individual. And the individual can change the ability through direction of the discipline. This is the beauty of life. That you can discipline different orders in your life to acquire different things, different ways of being, different character, or the same, or worse. So just remember the next time you think that you're an undisciplined person, how many disciplines you already have. And when you can notice that, you don't really need to notice anything else, because then you can just adjust the lane. And remember, the reward has to be there, because if there's not enough reward to allow your discipline to adjust, you will likely remain the same. And unleashing your potential is all about changing where you're at and switching into what you can become by using little things in your life that are already available to you that maybe you're just unaware of. So become aware of those things so you can change them. Become aware of your nutrition. Become aware of your rest. And become aware of your physical activity. Line them up. Point them where you want them to go. And let's go. Thank you for taking the time to listen to 10 minutes of wisdom. Discipline. You're already disciplined. You've always been disciplined. It's time to point it where you want to go. I hope you have a blessed and fantastic day. And thank you for taking the time to listen to my 10 minutes of wisdom about discipline.